fight. I ask you, is this what our founding fathers had in mind when they risked being hanged by the British Crown? Is this what our founding fathers had in mind when they said, we will not be taxed without representation? Well, we have taxation, but they ignore the will of the American people. They do not represent us. They pass laws in the dead of the night, laws they haven't even read, as if by imperial decree. This is not the America that you grew up in. This is not the America that I grew up in. This is not the America that our forefathers, your fathers, and my father handed down to us. I did not serve this nation for 28 years to watch it destroyed in 4. I am often asked, why are you running? Quite simple, like all of you here today. It's love of country. My father was career Air Force. My parents were Iowa farm kids. Growing up, we were told that if you work hard and sacrifice, you can have your dream in America. We were told to work hard, sacrifice, and we were taught love of God and love of country. That was the bedrock of our family as I grew up. Yeah. Like our president, I was born in Honolulu. Unlike our president, I grew up in the United States of America. My parents taught us, you will not stand by and wait for the benevolence of a federal government to dine on the crumbs that fall off their table. I am often asked in this campaign, what is it I am trying to accomplish? You know, our troops, men and women that live amongst us here in our community, our 5 bases that we are surrounded by, our troops, our neighbors, and our friends, they're standing up for freedom and democracy in Iraq and Afghanistan. My campaign is standing up for freedom and democracy here at home. I took an oath. In June of '77, my first day in uniform at the Air Force Academy, I swore that I would support, protect, and defend our Constitution against all enemies. And I thought it would only be foreign. And we know now that the enemy is in and amongst us. They are inside the wire. Many of you ask, when does that oath expire? To the military members with me, when does that oath expire? Never! You got it. As long as you have air in your lungs, you stand for freedom. Yeah! That is an oath that we should all take and remember, and I am asking for your support. In January, I will wade into the cesspool of Washington, and I will remind them that we, the people of North Florida, we still value the principles of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We still cling to the truths of 1776. In America, we are the beacon of hope and freedom for the world. If we stumble and fall, who will stand against tyranny and oppression? Who will be there when natural disaster befalls nations and they look to the United States for aid and comfort? We are a government of the people, not a government over the people. You should remember, I was an F-15 fighter pilot, the Eagle, symbol of this great nation. We trained, and as we moved into combat, the Eagle pulls up into a formation, line abreast, a wall of eagles, if you will. And that is where I'm asking you to stand with me today, line abreast, shoulder to shoulder. On August 24th and November 2nd, you have a duty. You have a service to perform. You have a sacrifice. And if you are not willing to do that, you dishonor the patriots that have shed their blood and given their lives so that you could live free. But if you are willing to do your duty, then I stand with you. And as you march into that voting booth, you will be armed with your vote. And I want you to remember this. When you march into the voting booth, I want your weapons on hot, I want your knife in your teeth, and I want your finger on the trigger. And I want you to fire a shot that will be heard all across the land. And I want you to let everyone in America know that we in North Florida, we will stand and fight for our liberty and our freedom. And we will not allow the wolves in Washington to destroy and devour this great nation. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you being here. I want you to stand with us in our fight. Good luck to us all. God bless America.